I've been unemployed for more than 5 months and I know what I'm saying. Let's say we have an ATS system. Okay, this is some secrets that I need to open the bracket, right?
Where should job seekers look for a job?
One of them is
how to get noticed by recruiters.
I know you may think that I'm gonna say the vague things, which is applying to LinkedIn job posts, looking for other platforms that can be applicable for this specific position or industry. However, there are some little nuances that not everyone talks about. It's about networking. Yeah, I mean, lots of people talk about networking, but what about the valuable and qualified networking, right? Mm-hmm. You can have a pool of fish, let's say, metaphorically, but if they are not, if we say that there are job posts, that there are job applications, if they are not related to what you are looking for, if they are not applicable to anything that you have, it's like a waste of time. You can apply to 200 jobs in a week or maybe in 5 or 4 days. Yeah. But if you're applying to really not so balanced jobs that has nothing to do with you, that's gonna waste your time. First of all, you will need to do a quick research, very thorough and mindful research on who is hiring, what is the company, what is the industry, who is the HR. Okay, don't just go there and do the quick apply, because when you do the quick apply with LinkedIn, a lot of ATSs can just leave you out of the spaces.
What's ATSs?
The ATS systems and applicant tracking systems are now AI powered and AI generated. So you can be missed just because you didn't apply some nuances, some skills, some headlines in your resume. But be smart in this. On the other hand, you have an opportunity to do the quick reply, right? Reply to the job post, send the application, and etc. But first of all, check out the company, right? Check out the HRs, recruiters, reach out directly to them. There are several ways. LinkedIn gives you the chance to send emails, and also you can find them on Telegram or on Genie, on ZipRecruiter. Maybe you can see the email address in the recruiter's bio. Please make sure to send it with the proper message, with the proper subject line, so that you will not be spam. Another thing that is important is prevent getting hacked by fake advertisements. You know that LinkedIn can have some really, let's say, bad situation or bad marketing hacks. I'm not talking about LinkedIn, but the companies that want to show off. They want to show off their brand. They want to get more leads. They want to be seen by other people from different industries. So they make fake jobs on AI generated ones. So how you can prevent being scammed by this? A couple of methods that I think it would be better for you. First of all, check out the job description. I know after sending 500 or maybe more than that, this type of amount of job applications, it would be really daunting and exhausting for you to read each job description. But please make sure to do that, because you will see triggers, you will see very triggering patterns and red flags that can signal that you are actually reading an AI generated post. Even if you click the quick, let's say, apply to the job post, you're not going to be followed up. No one is going to reach out to you. Please do this. But on the other hand, there are some situations, it happened to me too, when there's a very good job description with the proper context, proper description on what is the job requirements, qualifications, and etc. And it seems human, right? It doesn't seem robotic. But what you can do to, again, check out some triggers, go to the website, go to the LinkedIn profile, find out who is working there, a designer, a recruiter, a cashier, I don't know, anyone. See whether you find any triggering patterns in their profiles. If you do find this, make sure you are not going to be scammed, or at least, leave that one and go for another one. Because you may find lots of job descriptions that are AI generated, or they're not super real, and they just can, pay some job postings to do on behalf of them, but that's not really true, and that's not really okay, because it wastes your time, it plays with your anxiety, and stresses you out. So I know, I'm not saying that, there are some motivators that post videos about, oh, you should do this, I'm a life coach, I'm this, but they have never been through it. but they just say, right, some vague themes, buzzwords. No, but I've been there. I've been unemployed for more than 5 months, and I know what I'm saying. I've been applying to hundreds and 200 applications, but no one came back to me. Even I am a recruiter, right? I have to read the job description. I know how to prevent myself being scammed, but sometimes I didn't read them because I was so exhausted. I was so tired. I used to cry whenever, I would to apply to the job application and no one would get back to me, right? It can happen. Even recruiters can be unemployed and can be rejected and can be ghosted. So that's how you realize that, that's the life, that's the job market. It's not like we haven't been there, we have been there.
Yeah. Yeah, you spoke about the fake jobs on LinkedIn, and I just want to add up to that. Why does this happen? Because lots of companies think that if they post a job and applicants, like people apply to this job, at the end of their application, they have this follow button, which is automatically ticked. So at the end, when you click OK, submit, you are automatically following this page. And this is kind of I don't want to say part of the marketing strategy, but when you know about this, it's really demotivating because you are just part of a big strategy to get to a follower number on a page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely agree to that. And I remember there were times whenever I went to the website or the career page probably or the ATS system, it showed like, hey, you first need to register, you first need to sign up, you first need to subscribe to our newsletter. Okay, what the hell? I just want a job. I just want earn some money. What do you want from me? Why should I subscribe to you? You have nothing there beneficial for me other than the job, right? The job pass. Why should I subscribe to you? I don't even know this company, right? So that's when the trigger comes. As we're talking about LinkedIn jobs, there's another very good insight I have to tell you about because probably lots of people will hear us, will listen to this podcast. There's a misconception that if you see in the job vacancy that there has been 100 or 200 applications, that means that you don't have any chance. Okay, just, leave out. You don't have any chance. You should give up on that. No, I would say that out of 100 people, only some 20 people out of 100 or maybe 30 people went to the second stage. Okay, let's filter the second stage. Out of 20 people, we might have 5 or 7 people who can go to the offer stage or to the final stage. So how do you perceive that, if visually I can see 100 applications, that means that there are super duper applications over there and I'm nothing compared to them. But when I was unemployed, I used to think, okay, 100 applications just in 1 hour, just in 2 hours, what it will be. Like people with 10 years of experience, what should I do with, next to them? I would get rejected and then I left it, right? I didn't even apply, but that was my biggest mistake because maybe I missed on some great opportunities.
I think that lots of people just apply without thinking that, let's dive deeper into the job post. Let's see what they actually want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that sometimes the job post is written by AI and you are like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do because it's just AI written, but at least the basics, the geolocation and the title, at least it will be there.
If that's LinkedIn, it doesn't mean that it's a very trusty platform and you can just rely your personality on LinkedIn. Why is it like this? There is another misconception about LinkedIn, but that's about branding, marketing. This is not related to our topic. As we've been talking about geolocations and some very important, let's say, critiques and criteria that you should be aware of in terms of geolocation, whether it is on-site, hybrid, remote, etc. If let's say there is a job, it mentions European Union, but it doesn't really specify the country, but it says remote. Mm-hmm. Okay, I know it can be a waste of time sometimes, but you should probably go and reach out to representatives of the company who posted the job. First of all, reach out to him, target him, tell him, hey, I'm interested. Should I apply to this? Always show that you are here. You are an applicant. Always show your face. Let your profile be applicable to them whenever they will think of you. Whenever they think like, hey, there was a guy, named, I don't know, someone, right? His name George. I remember he messaged me 5 days ago. I'm sorry. Let's get back to him, because not everyone clicks apply, but this person made an effort. He got back to me. Let's get back to him first, then to other guys, then to other applications. I have found a job with this tactic, frankly speaking, because these guys were actually looking for a recruiter based in Serbia, and they wanted someone with the Serbian market who had some expertise in Serbian market. And I'm like, I messaged this guy. He was the chief people operations. I don't know if he will watch this podcast, but I remember you and I respect you a lot. So, he was like, hey, thank you for the message, but we're looking for a person with the Serbian market, right? From Serbian market, and someone who has some information about Serbian market. And I was like, I have been working with Serbian market, and I didn't lie. It was not a lie. I truly worked for a gambling company that had offices in Serbia. So I have been recruiting Serbians very actively for 2022, 2021. So then I shared this, just one sentence, and it changed a lot. He's like, hey, let's jump in a call. And one call, two calls, and I've got an offer. You just wait there for someone that can come and save you, that can come and say, hey, we have a job, we have this, we have that. Yes, networking is good, but you have to use all methods of networking: posting, commenting, reacting, sharing. I remember there was a time when in our company, there was a person, I was not a recruiter. However, I was just a sales representative, because previously I'm coming from sales and marketing, right? There was a guy, he wanted to work in our company, but we didn't have any open positions at that point of time. But because I've been with this company for a long time, I've been a trusted employee, and etc. We just gave him a chance, because that's the power of networking that you have in that company. Even if that exact employee is respected in that company, they may hear you. They may say, okay, if that's your closest friend, if that's someone you think you can be trusted to, that's okay, let's grab him.
Yeah, lots of different things happen, and sometimes you just need that one acquaintance, but you also need to prove yourself, because I happen to know lots of people who sit there and wait and tell that no one is giving me a job. And when what do you do on your end to get a job? Do you work on your skills? Do you work on your soft and hard skills? They're like, yeah, and then from that, you know that this person is just thinking that the universe should like do some magic, and they should get a job without making an effort. But especially in this market, in this economy, when you have lots of competition, it's very important to work on your skills and offer one more thing. And on the note, reaching out to recruiters, I read lots of different posts from people complaining that, recruiters don't get back to me, they're evil and stuff like this. But to be honest, it has never happened to me. Whenever I reached out to any recruiter for any kind of a message, they got back to me. So it got me thinking, if they reply back to me, but don't reply back to other candidates, is it because their message was like, hey, how?
So let's say we have an ATS system. Okay, this is some secrets that I need to open the bracket, right? So let's say we have an ATS systems, and all the companies have that, right? And through ATS systems, you can get not 1,000, but 2,000 applications. And sometimes you cannot filter which country it is coming from. Is this India, Pakistan? Is this your local country or the country you targeted to? So what you will do if you do not have an AI powered or something like modernish ATS, right? You just go there one by one filtering this, and you have to do that because that's your job. Maybe you will miss on a great candidate. And then people messaging you on LinkedIn, on different platforms, you're like, okay, I just saw this. I just see this. Please let me do this and then this, because I have a KPI, I have tasks, I have reports to do in the end of the day, right? And then you reach out to them, you get back to them 2 days after, or maybe you have we have so much to do, you just get back to them in a week. But that doesn't mean that we don't want to get back to you. Or maybe your message was full of passwords, or maybe you just submitted your resume, and then you said, hey, how much? It happened to me. And then you're like, why don't you answer to me?
Oh,
so
wow.
There is a small mantra that every non-employed person should have. You should constantly try and apply, work on this, right? On this process. This is a period that can lead you to somewhere. Doesn't matter where, but it can lead you to somewhere good. If you stop today, maybe you will miss on a great opportunity. Maybe today, if you would apply to a company X and Z, let's say, you would get the job, but because you stopped today, you just missed the opportunity. And platforms, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, and lots of platforms are full of scams, full of rejections, full of people who hate each other. But I understand. I've been there mentally. That's awful, and that's daunting, exhausting. It's just need to be, you just need to feel some energy. You just need to understand what works best for you. If you feel like going for a walk in a sunny day, or just smelling some flowers in your yard, in your garden, will make you, easier on this period, you can do that. You can try to find some ways, but never give up on that.
And you talk about applicant tracking systems. Is there a way to optimize CVs for applicant tracking systems? For example, keywords, application, or what?
Half of the ATS systems nowadays are AI powered. Even if they don't have this type of feature, they will. Eventually, they will have. So what you can do is look through the job description very carefully. Find what type of skills and qualifications they are that you have to need, right, to put in your resume. It's not about synonyms. It's about the exact words that is written in the job description. That's how AI works, right? Following to the same word. If that's okay, then yeah, in the ATS systems, under your profile, it will show 50% of matching. If you will not have, if you will have less than 20 or 25% of matching, most probably not all recruiters will reach out to you. But frankly speaking, I know it can waste my time, but usually I do not, I'm an old school. I do not usually trust the AI. So whenever in our ATS, I can see a profile that has only 5% match, still I want to go there and check it.
And is it true that I should adapt my resume for each?
It depends. It's up to you to decide, but that doesn't matter that if you do not do this, you can be disqualified. Yes, recently I have heard a talk from a person who said this, but a candidate has no obligations to, craft a resume that can be super duper matched to your company. What do you think? There is one resume, and this person is exhausted, and he is sending this resume to 100 and 200 applications. Why do you think they need to go there, craft a separate, very delicate and considerate resume just for you?
To match the applicant.
Yeah, but not everything. You can just check the skills, some words, some phrases, but not everything.
Apart from LinkedIn, where should job seekers look for a job?
One of them is Genie. People from CIS and also from Europe, have lots of profiles there. And even if you're a recruiter, you can just use this. But if you are a candidate, if you are someone who wants to work this out in this platform, be sure to have your profile, your information, how to contact you, and etc. If you do this, recruiters will reach out to you 100%. Recently, I have found out that I have found more candidates on this platform than in LinkedIn. One of the greatest platforms that lots of candidates underestimate, especially engineers, is GitHub. Please optimize your GitHub profiles. I'm asking you, I want to find you guys. Please optimize it, because not everyone is active, but it's important that you have at least a basic contact information like email address, Telegram. I don't need your Facebook. I don't need your Instagram. Just the basic ones so that I can reach out.
Any final advice to?
Please bear in mind that the job market is very ruthless. So lots of challenges. You can face lots of challenges. And lots of people overcome this, right? And you can overcome this as well. You should maintain your confidence and positivity. And one of the important things is please surround yourself with the right people, even if that's not job related or industry related. Even within your professional network. And also another very good point, please resist the urge to be in a wave of hatred. Do whatever you do silently without shooting some hate passwords or maybe hate post on some people, because no one cares. I'm sorry, but no one cares. This is your life. This is your period. This is your job search. You have to experience this and go through this. Please stand out of the noise.